וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור. Hashem said that thing to Moshe. דבר אל בני ישראל, tell that thing to עם ישראל, ויקחו לי תרומה מאת כל איש, and they're gonna donate me, they're gonna bring me their money, their donation. כל איש, everyone, אשר ידבנו ליבו, by the bless that he's gonna have in his heart, with his goodwill to give his donation. תיקחו את תרומתי. Bring my donation. Bring the money to me. וזאת התרומה אשר תיקחו מאיתם. And those are the things that you're supposed to bring from them, to take from them. זהב וכסף, gold and silver, ונחושת. נחושת it's copper. And copper. ותכלת וארגמן. ותולעת שני ושש ועזים. It's few kinds of cloth, expensive, important cloth to bring them. ועורות אילים מאודמים, and leather of deers, red deers. ועורות חשיב, and the leather of tachash, it's an animal that was exist then. ועצי שיטים, and trees. שמן למאור, oil, olive oil to light the candles, the lamp. בשמים לשמן המשחה. בשמים it's few spices that incense to that oil that were putting on the kings, on the kohanim. ולקטור את הסמים, and to קטור את הסמים, incense. אבני שוהם, stones, good stones, אבנים טובות, precious stones. ואבני מילואים לאפוד ולחושן, to the חושן המשפט, to the stones of the Kohen Gadol was using them. ועשו לי מקדש, and you're going to create the מקדש, a place that's going to be holy. ושכנתי בתוכם, and I'm going to live, I'm going to put my Shekhinah with you, I'm going to be with you, I'm going to live inside of you. So, first of all, it's written, ויקחו לי תרומה. הקדוש ברוך הוא is saying to Moshe Rabbeinu, ויקחו לי תרומה. What it means, ויקחו לי? ויקחו means they're going to take the donation for me. It's supposed to be written, they're going to give the donation to me. Why is it written, ויקחו לי תרומה? They're going to take the donation. They should bring the donation. They should give the donation. So when we're saying there is a midrash agada here, it says ויקחו לי. מהו לי? Why it's written לי to me, for me? It's כתיב לי הכסף ולי הזהב נאום השם. The money is mine, the gold is mine, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying to Am Yisrael. So when you're giving to me, actually you're taking from my treasures. When a person is giving donation, when a person is doing, you have to understand that he's giving from something that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him. The person can never make a mitzvah that his name really going to be on that mitzvah, that he is the one that got all of that, the privilege to make that mitzvah. Just HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he helped you to make that mitzvah. Like that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying, Mi hikdimani v'ashalem. He who is the person that was before of me, that I should pay him. Because everyone that he's making a certain mitzvot, he's making those mitzvot because HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him the privilege to make those mitzvot. If a person now is putting a mezuzah on his entrance to his house, so it's because HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him the house to make the mitzvah of mezuzah. If now you gave money for tzedakah, so it's HaKadosh Baruch Hu that gave you the parnasah that you're going to be able to use it as tzedakah. So we have to remember that. We have to remember that actually when we're giving from what the HaKadosh Baruch Hu prepared to us, gave us before. Second thing, and it's written also, ידבנו ליבו, the person should be generous. תיקחו את תרומתי. and you're going to bring my donation. He's calling it terumati. So it's another point of looking at that thing to see that it's my donation. Even before that you gave it, it's mine. So if a person has got money, if a person has got wisdom, knowledge, it's not yours. It's in your pocket, it's in your bank account, it's in your mind, but it's not belong to you. It's the other owners, it's of the poors. You have to give it to the poor ones. This is the reason why Kadosh Baruch Hu gave it to you. There is a story about one of the tzaddikim, that I don't remember his name now, that one time someone poor came to his house and knocked at his door, and he asked from him to give him money, tzedakah money, to marry his daughter. And he didn't have money at all, and he had to achieve a huge amount to marry his daughter. So that tzaddik thought about it and told him, go to this and that person and ask him for that amount. Tell him that I send you. So he thought to himself, for sure, it's going to be a very generous person, and he's going to listen to his rabbi, and for sure it's a good student. He's going to give me the money. Went to his house, knocked at his door. That person opened the door. He told him, Shalom Aleichem. The Rabbi, he sent me to ask you for the money, huge amount. So he was looking at him like that, amazed. Told him, what? He said, yes, the Rabbi told me that you're going to give me that money. So he said that I'm going to give you the money. Why should I give you the money? So he said, because I don't know. Rabbi said that you're going to give me. And that person, that rich person, got furious, got so angry. And he told him, I'm not going to give you the money. How you're not ashamed? How I respect the Rabbi, but when the Rabbi is sending people for me, then he commands me to give money. And that Rabbi and the person came back to the Rabbi's house and told him what?
Dr. Rabbi.
Rabbi Me'afta. So he came back to the Rabbi Me'afta and he told him exactly what happened over there. So he told him, all right, so if he did not give you the money, so go to that person and he's going to give you the money. Gave
different
him
person.
that different person address. So he went to that person. You see, a very simple house, not a rich person's house. Knocked on the door, was a chassid. Told him, listen, Rabbi Me'afta told me that I should ask you for that amount. So he said, all right, Bezrat Hashem, sit here. Bezrat Hashem, you can eat, you can drink. I'm going to come back the fastest I can with the money. And he ran to his wife, told her, listen, we have to sell things, we have to do this, we have to do that, and start selling things, running from door to door, collecting money from people. After a few hours, he arranged all of that huge amount, came to his house back, tired, gave that money and telling you, here, this is the money, this is like you asked, the exact amount that you asked. Baruch Hashem, Hashem helped me. Told him, thank you very much. After that story happened, that rich person went down from his business, lost all of his money, totally, and mamash became with a lot of debts and poverty, very bad condition. And his wife told him, it's your fault. It's because you were not listening to the voice of Rabbi Me'afta. If you would listen to the Rabbi Me'afta, you had your bracha, but you decide to be arrogant, to scream, to say, who is he, Rabbi Me'afta, that I'm going to give him the money. And this is the result. Now you have to go to beg for forgiveness from the Rabbi Me'afta, and then he's going to forgive you, and Bezrat Hashem, you're going to climb back. So it was hard for him, but he decided really to go and to do that. He went to the Rabbi Me'afta, to his house, and told him, asked him for forgiveness. So, and then he asked the Rabbi, he asked the Rabbi what actually happened there. So the Rabbi Me'afta explained him, told him in heaven, before I went down to this world, they wanted to give me wealth, a lot of money, that are going to come to this world with a lot of money, a lot of big wealth. Ashirut, wealth? Wealth. And I told them that I'm not accepting it. I don't want to go with money to this world. I want to deal only with Torah, only to daven and to learn Torah. I don't want to have money. Who needs those kinds of troubles? I don't want this amount. So they told me that my neshama have to come to this world with money, because there is going to be a lot of mitzvot that I'm going to have money for, and I'm going to have that money. So we decided in heaven, and we chose you to be the one that's going to take my money to this world. And when I ask you for my money, you refuse to give it. And my other student, that he was poor, and he was loyalty, and he done everything that he could. In that day, he got all of that richness, all of my money now is in his bank account and not in yours anymore. So that rich guy regrets and he cried, and then Rabbi Me'apta took care of his parnasah and helped him from that day on to be stable and to have his parnasah back. But you can see from that actually your money, your success, all of those things are not yours. You got all of those things from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, or from the tzaddik, that you're going to have it, to use it for them, to bring it back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is, in the beginning, he is saying, Vayikhu li terumah. You're going to bring the terumah, you're going to take it, it's from mine, it's the first hint. You're going to take that donation, but then he's saying, Kol ish asher yidavenu libo, with your heart, everyone with the bless that he's got in his heart. But remember, tikhu, you're going to take a terumati, my donation. It's all mine, it's not yours. So, there is another important thing here in that verse, Daber al bnei Israel veikechu. It's written in the beginning, veikechu. They gonna bring it. It's written in Lashon Rabim. They, veikechu, all of Am Israel. And after it is written, Kol ish asher yidavenu libo tikechu et terumati. It's written Kol ish. When it's written Kol ish, it means an individual. So, why in the beginning everyone is commanded to make that mitzvah, and in the end it's written only even one person going to make that mitzvah? So the Midrash here, in Midrash Rabbi is saying, Midrash Rabbi is saying that when HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu to create the Mishkan, so Moshe Rabbeinu told HaKadosh Baruch Hu, how can all of Am Israel complete and finish the building of the Mishkan? Even all of Am Israel, they didn't have enough to. HaKadosh Baruch Hu command Am Israel to bring the silver and the gold and everything. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so Moshe asked HaShem, how can you command them to bring the Mishkan? It's huge. There is so many needs for the Mishkan. Can they build it? Can they do that? So actually, HaKadosh Baruch Hu told them, even one of Am Israel that's going to donate, I'm going to fulfill the lackings. I'm going to give the rest. If one going to come with his heart, ish, kol ish, even one person, asher yidavenu libo, that he's coming with his heart, HaKadosh Baruch Hu going to finish the action. So it's also a huge chizuk for all of us. There is a lot of things that we're trying to make in our life, and we don't see the end. I'm going to do tshuva. Alright, I started, Baruch Hashem, I stood 1 hour in my life, 1 hour and a half, and I done tshuva. I started. It's a good beginning to start with. But alright, what did I cover? What did I finish? It's nothing. It's a drop in the sea. I'm going to do all of my tshuva that I need, all of my history, my background. I'm going to do tshuva. Don't worry. If you're coming with your heart, even that you're only an individual, even if you're coming only yourself alone, even then, HaKadosh Baruch Hu can help you. And how HaKadosh Baruch Hu can help us? By the tzaddik. This is a very important point, because actually Moshe Rabbeinu, he is the one that is creating, he is building the Mishkan. All of Am Yisrael, they can bring money, they can bring gold, they can bring silver, but they cannot build the Mishkan. So also today, every one of us learning Torah, making mitzvot, davening, going to the shul, giving our me'asrot, giving tzedakah, a lot of mitzvot and ma'asim tovim, but we cannot build the Mishkan. The tzaddik, only the tzaddik, he can build the Mishkan. Only Moshe Rabbeinu, only the tzaddik of that generation, that he is the tzaddik that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is sending to Am Yisrael, that he gonna rebuild Bet HaMikdash, that he gonna complete all of it. Only he can build Bet HaMikdash, and he gonna be the one that's gonna complete the job for us. Like that Rabbi Nachman said to his students, he said, אין אתם יכולים לעשות תשובה, you cannot do תשובה על עוון אחד, even on one sin that you made, you cannot do תשובה on it. רק אני עושה תשובה בשבילכם. Just I'm doing תשובה for you. Even the תשובה, when a person is trying to regret on his sins, still he's got desires for the same things that he sinned. If he didn't clean himself until the end, if now he's going to confess and confess and confess, still, if you're going to have chas shalom, that option again, he's going to sin again. It's hard, maybe not in the same level, but still, even if he's saying that he's asking for forgiveness, he's not saying it bevar levav, with a clean heart. His heart still got the desires over there. So we have to purify our hearts, and we cannot do it, because Asir, a convict, he cannot take himself out from prison. You have to have someone else to come and to save him, to take him out from prison. En asir metir et atzmo mibet ha'asurim. So we have to have someone else that he's going to purify us, that he's going to be the one that's they're going to take care of our tshuva. And this is the tzaddik of the generation. We have to all understand that there is a tzaddik, not each and every one of us supposed to be the tzaddik. Each and every one of us have to take the responsibility on our actions, to try to work on our midot, to fix our midot. But still, we have to understand that there is a leader to every generation. And if you don't know who the leader is, try to look for him. You have to look for him. And even if you think that you saw, that you understood something, still you have to understand a lot more. There is a lot more to learn. To know him. Alright, so you know where his house is. You know who is he, which books he wrote. Still, it doesn't mean that you know him. It doesn't mean that you listen to his voice. It doesn't mean that you are one of his followers. Even that you are calling yourself by his name. So what? There was a lot of people that were calling themselves on the names of the tzaddikim, and they were not tzaddikim at all. They were not the proper students at all. So the work that we have is to look for the tzaddik. It's to understand who is the tzaddik and to look for him, to daven on that, to pray on that. And even if you found the tzaddik, and now you understand that this is the tzaddik, this is the leader of this generation, I'm following after him, still you have a lot of work to understand what he's saying to you, what he wants from you. Do you listen to him in every movement that you're making, in every step that you're doing, that you're making? We have to surrender our hearts to the will of the tzaddik, that he is the one that is leading us to the place that we're supposed to arrive, to get. And look actually just to improve to prove that thing. The verse is saying, Vezot ha-terumah asher tikchu mi'itam. This is the donation that you're going to take from them. Zahav, vakesef, gold and silver and copper, vetchelet, vargaman, those cloth and silk meshi, and silk, and all of those wonderful things. What are those? Those are material things. Those are physical things. And by that, after you're taking all of those things, V'asuli mishkan, On that, it's written, Ve'asuli Mishkan, you're going to create a Mishkan, a place for the Kedusha. From physical things, you're going to create a place for spiritual things. Ve'shachanti betocham. And then, I'm going to put my Shekhinah inside of you. So actually, how can it be that by giving physical things, you create a house for the Kedusha, the Kedusha, the Shekhinah, the spiritual power, gonna stay in it, gonna live inside of it. So actually, this is the secret of donation. What it means donation? Rabbeinu said, avodat tzedakah. There is avodah, there is a job to do on tzedakah. If now you have 5 shekels in your pocket, and you don't need that money. You need it, maybe. You're going to use it if you have it, so you're going to use it. If someone now is asking for tzedakah, and you're giving him those 5 shekels, it's not hard for you to give. It is a tzedakah. No one is saying that it's not a tzedakah. It is a tzedakah, and tzedakah tatzil mimavet, but it's not avodat tzedakah. It's not that you're working on giving tzedakah. And Rabbi Nachman explains what it means to work on your midat tzedakah, avodat tzedakah, to give the amount that it's hard for you to give. If someone asks you for tzedakah, and you have one bill of 50 shekels in your wallet and another bill of 20 in your wallet. Now, if he's asking tzedakah, you're opening your wallet, you have a desire to leave that 50 purple bill in your wallet, and it's okay for you to give the 20. You don't feel that you need them. So now, if you're giving the 20, it is tzedakah. But it's not that you're working on the tzedakah. To work on the tzedakah is to give the thing that it's hard for you to give. Rabbeinu said that avodat tzedakah starts when you give where it's hard to give. Matai shekashe lecha. When it's hard to give, then if you're giving, this is avodat tzedakah. So all of those things, material things that Am Yisrael gave in Parshat, in the Terumah, the donation, there are physical viturim. They give up on those things. This is why it's not, maybe you can use things that are not so precious, not so expensive, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu said those things because HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants the heart. Kudsha B'richu liba bayit. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to give up on things for Him. And then when you've given up on things that they are physical things, but they are important to you, it means that you're giving the heart. And then you created a place that it's whole, that it's clean, that it's pure, that the Kedusha can stay in that place. And this is actually why Am Yisrael are command to bring all of those things, to give up on material side that we're holding things and this is important to me, so no, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to keep that. Don't keep nothing. Nothing is yours from the beginning. If it's yours, it means that you are a guard. You're keeping on those things for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is trusting you, so He's giving to you His treasures, that you're going to use them wisely, that you're going to use them for His name. This is what it is written all of the time. Li, that we should give it to Him, terumati. In the beginning it's written, Ve'kechu li teruma. Going to give the donation to me. Rashi is saying, Ve'kechu li teruma, li, lishmi, to me, to my name, for my name. It have to be l'Shem Shamayim. When a person is giving, it have to be l'Shem Shamayim. You have to understand that it's not his. Rav Shalom explained about l'Shem Shamayim, about l'Shem Shamayim, that if a person is angry about someone else, chas v'shalom, hurt you, chas shalom, he harmed you, and actually he did. He took something that belongs to you. So Rav Shalom said, there is the halacha that if you're saying to him, machul lecha, machul lecha, machul lecha, I forgive you 3 times, so it's machul. This is it. There is no verdict still between you. But actually, Rav Shalom explained, the truth is that if you still believe that that person took that from you, you cannot clean your heart in 100%. It's not 100% complete forgiveness. The only way to forgive in 100% is when you don't think that that person is a reality. When you believe that HaKadosh Baruch Hu took that amount from you, only then you can forgive in 100%. So only because if there is that person, every time that you're going to see him, something going to be there. But only if you don't see people, only if you see HaShem, that you know that it's all coming from HaShem, that every action is doing by HaShem, then you can forgive, because you don't have no one to forgive. You understand that it was the right thing. Only then your heart is totally clean, totally pure. So also here, when you're supposed to donate, when you're supposed to give tzedakah, if you're giving it from your money, so you have to give up on it. You're going to suffer. Somehow you're going to suffer. It's your money, you're attached to it. But only to lose the tzedakah, to give that money, and it's going to be pleasure for you. You won't feel no sorrow about it. It's when you remember and you understand real deep inside that nothing is yours. The money is not yours. The wisdom is not yours. The time is not yours. Your powers, you're not yourselves. You're also here to help Hashem, to make mitzvot for Hashem Yitbarach. You're working for someone else. So everything that they're going to demand you to do, going to tell you to do, you're going to be happy to do that because you're working for someone else. It's not from your pocket. This is it. Thank you very much. If you want, Bezrat Hashem.